Right, good afternoon everyone. So today we're at a Ford Mondeo. We reckon this is a Mark III. It's a 2004 here in the UK. So the customer's complaint with this car was a lack of heat from the heater within inside the cabin, and also the engine was not getting up to temperature. So they said that they started it and the temperature would maybe get to about 60, well, it starts at 60, maybe climb to about 70. But as soon as you gave the car movement or anything, the temperature would just dive back down again. So this was going on for a while. So the first thing they did was they changed the thermostat, the main thermostat, which lives there, but that made no difference to it. So what we then, there's the main thermostat there, just right there, is that it there?
3 bolts.
3 bolts, so that was changed, but that's not the solution to this problem. So after a little searching in that, we then discovered it has on here a cooler thermostat. So you can see it, Roddy's just got the pipe disconnected here. So that's a cooler thermostat right in the middle there. So we went down to Ford's parts department, and here it's here. That's the new one. So it's just held on with 1 bolt, and Roddy's put a bit of Vaseline, so it should go in a little easier. So I'll give you the part number here. There's a number there, mate, if you turn it around the yellow label. And there's another number. So how much was, oh, right, good. That's probably the main information there. So how much was it, Roddy?
£40, 39.
Aye. So it was £40 here in the UK. So what Roddy had to do was, I think you can see it's quite difficult. He had to clamp, well, he had to retract this stuff here first of all. So he's held that up with cable ties. That's just held on with, is that a bolt? Just
2 bolts.
There's a bolt.
Bolts.
2 10mm bolts, one there and one there. Take that stuff up. Then he clamped the hose. I think you can see it down the bottom there. There's one of these G-clamps on the hose. So you just got to go for it and see how much coolant we lose.
Aye.
Just go for it, Roddy.
Go for it.
Right.
Pipe bar.
Oh, right. I'll just... Oops, sorry. So he took the Jubilee clip off. And that's it. They're ready to go. You need to work fast in this job. I'll come round this side. There we go. Bandits. That's quite a bit. There we go. So we did experience a bit of coolant loss.
It's because of the opening.
Aye, it's an upward angle, so it worked quick enough. What I was actually going to say, the way to diagnose this initially, what you do is, with the car up to normal with the car running, you clamp, you feel that hose. There's a hose down the bottom there. So it's
Halfway up there.
aye, about
3/4.
3/4. A little hose there. So what you do is you feel that, if that's warm, when the engine's up to temperature, you would say that's wrong. So you clamp that hose there, and then you take it for a run, and the temperature came back up immediately. So you must stop the flow of coolant. So that's it back on. We just need to
You see it alter a wee bit.
alter it a little bit,
8mm bolt.
and then it's went in no problem. So I'll let you see how we got on. Cheers. That's everything back together. So it's an 8mm bolt with a 7mm hose clamp on it. So to actually put that 8mm bolt fixing back in, we had to use this little guy here. There wasn't much access for to move a ratchet, so that's a 1/4 inch stuff. So that thing done the business there for getting access to tighten up that 8mm bolt. We did lose a bit of coolant there, so it's just a matter of topping off the coolant and hopefully watch the temperature gauge rise. So that's in there.
Yeah, the other thing I said to you earlier on was this hose. See if I can get a better shot of that. You had that light, Roddy, enough. I just seen it. That's a difficult. It's picking. It's because it's lying in the shadows, eh? Oh, that's maybe. I see that actually put your light there, now. So there's that hose that you clamp off between just underneath this hose there. It's there, you clamp that hose there. Sorry I can't get a better shot of that, quite difficult with the light. Anyway, so after we'd done the job, we ended up with a bit of a leak. So what I ended up having to do was take this EGR pipe, well, it allows the exhaust gases, so there's 2 bolts there going to there, and then at the other end it goes underneath. Yeah, let's see, I've got a torch. So the other 2 bolts going there at the bottom. So remove these 2 bolts. So I think they were all 8mm, and the bracket also has an 8mm bolt underneath there as well. So all you need to do is swing that up out the road, and then you get access back to this guy. So what we had to do was remove that, the fixing bolt. It's only held on with 1 bolt there at the back, which is difficult to access, 8mm. So I just loosened it off, took the bolt out, and I just wiggled this back and forward till it made a good seal. I mean, this car's 15-year-old, so it'd just be a build up of aluminium corrosion. So, and then we put it back together with a new Jubilee clip, and it's all good now. So anyway, it's far easier if you remove that pipe. Cheers.